Gentlemen, welcome to all participants in our NRI Press Club program. I'm your host, Gary Singh Grewal. Under NRI News and Views, our topic will be new virus Omicron variant. Gentlemen, Omicron variant is a new, highly transmissible. Pishora Singh ji, can you a little bit explain in this, whatever you have knowledge in that area?
Thank you, Garyji. Well, whatever happens with the world and how hard life treats you, there is always something to be grateful for. And enjoy the holiday, but also listen to Dr. Anthony Fauci on new COVID-19 Omicron variant, which you have mentioned in the topic. And what he says is, do not pull back on your guard. All viruses, including this one causing COVID-19, evolve over time, called mutations. When a virus replicates or makes copies of itself to mutate, some say it may sometimes burn out itself. But mostly, the variants are seen to spread rapidly. The more they replicate and the more opportunities they get to undergo changes. With such a rapid spread from South Africa to Israel, Germany, and now in England, it may not be a surprise if it is already here also. But it has not been detected in America yet. According to Dr. Fauci, it gives the CDC opportunity to assess it better and know what they don't know about it and not give any cause to panic. The reason the CDC is all over it is to assume it far worse and overestimate it rather than underestimate. Remember what Fauci emphasized right from the very beginning, and that is our fate is in our own hands. It is essential that unvaccinated people get vaccinated and vaccinated get booster shots. They know now that vaccinated people's level of protection increases dramatically. So, if ever there was a reason for people to set aside, now let us all get boosters and let us continue to be careful in our indoor settings and make sure we continue to wear masks and do not pull back on our guard. That is all I have to say at the moment.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gupta ji, you want to say something about it?
Yes, if you find just like in Michigan, the COVID effect is coming more as unvaccinated people are coming to hospitals. So number one, second important point is the federal government has told the employers if you have more than 100 people, they get vaccinated employees like Google and so many companies. A lot of employees organizations, a lot of Republican groups have gone to the court, and the court had stayed that order. Now, there is a appellate court. The court case is pending there. The federal government has appealed that case, and American doctors, medical associations of all groups, nurse associations, all medical groups, they have told that federal government order is legal, and they have appeared they are going to appear in the court that the mandate of the federal government whether should be implemented or not. And I think that case is going to Supreme Court, because now the question is whether you say as a nation this corona is real or not. So if you believe in scientists, their methodology or their philosophy, the corona is real. Because after the vaccinated was done in USA, I think 60% people have been vaccinated, 40% not. So I think a lot of lives have been saved. Countries, the expenditure which were going to hospitals, medical, that has also. So people have to get vaccinated. Very important. Even what corona is, a new variant is coming. You don't know what will the effects, but still, I think by next week they will say it has again entered in US. So the federal government or the doctors association are saying get vaccinated. So that is important. Everybody should get it.
So, Pishora Singh ji, actually, this is not a question of Republican Democratic. Some people feel it. Because nobody know what will be happen after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, children, other people, young people. If you have a 90% people have a vaccinated, then you maybe whole system will be very bad in the future. Will say, hey, what will the people will do? That will be young people. So they will say Republican was right, Democrat was right. They are other side.
That's
They
right.
are wrong. So question is there. So we have to be. I think they should watch it. They should be maybe um, booster, other thing. Everybody does it fine, but this is some kind of very confusing. No, Kishore Singh?
Well, it is, but in a way, science has always been disputed by a section of people due to various grounds. But
Uh-huh.
ultimately, the consensus is that you have to really agree with the scientific world rather than the people who thought that this. Earth was
Political.
is still a square. It's not round. I mean, there are still people who believe in the flat Earth theory, but it is a science which proved that no, Earth is not flat. It is round. So science has a lot to be admired for, and it is a scientific world which has brought us here so far, thus far. So to answer that question, it may not be that easy for those to bring down those people who are naive to this fact, because they will still carry on doing it as some say that the Earth is flat. So I think, but the scientific people have to are doing doubling up their work and basing it on the research and the benefits the humankind can accrue by getting these vaccinations and finding these answers, however short-lived. I must say that these are still most of the unfortunately, Garaji, most of these science answers which they have given are coming forward are short-lived and are for temporary a time. That may be the politics of the time,
Yeah.
because they still haven't touched the core issue, that why these viruses, which is the scientists also believe that it is not a human virus. It has jumped from animals. And
Yeah.
why it has jumped from animals is because we have shrunk their habitat so little that those poor things have no defensible space. There is no enough buffer between humanity and those that wildlife, and that is what it is. So what I'm saying is that in addition to these short time measures, the science should also look at the base of it, the origin of it, and get going to do something to set the planet health right, and that needs the whole world cooperating.
Okay.
There is
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead,
there
Gopal.
is one point more.
Uh-huh.
Even any government in the world, where is Germany, they are very good people. India, 100% people. No state or no court, even in Germany, in India, no court had stayed anything that the federal government, if say vaccinated, no people have gone to the courts, even Germany also,
Uh,
even Israel also, even England also. It is the only in US. The groups have gone to the courts. I don't find any case in Germany. Even China as a nation accepted that corona. Russia as a nation, Israel even has accepted. Israel is a more conservative society, most conservative than even US. England, Germany, France, Spain, all this. No, no court case has happened against this. That if the federal government has given mandate, even anywhere except US. So there is a basic problem, US, that why the groups are opposing this scientific thought or intellectual.
so right now we don't know booster will be helpful or not, but some people are doing it. And do you, Pishora Singh, you got a booster?
I did. I
Huh?
did because my daughter is a doctor. She works with the Kaiser, and for us, we had not much option. we were convinced right from day one, but that we've got to get the both shots of vaccination and then get the booster also.
Gary, I have a
Booster
question.
also.
Just
So
a
you,
question. Just one. Has you have any data how many senators and congressmen of both parties have been vaccinated? Let us see if the Republicans 100% vaccinated or not. From there, their thought will come. If they are 50% vaccinated or all 50 senators not vaccinated, or they are vaccinated, I am interested in that knowing.
okay, you can find out. That's a good idea. Very
That.
good.
You cannot get any information.
Anyway,
Interesting.
go ahead.
You might be surprised that the people who are going to court, some of them have also got the vaccination shot.
I think, Gupta ji, you got a booster?
I did not. I will get it.
Gopal ji, Gopal ji,
I
You
get.
did not?
you got it.
I get.
Vinod ji,
Oh,
you
God.
did not?
No, I am just getting because I am okay. I will get it. Don't worry.
He's just watching. How many people will be sick there? Then he will do it.
No, I'm fine. I will get it.
He's a smart
I
guy.
am strong. I went to India, moved there. I'm strong to be.
He got a quinine from there.
You are
Okay.
not one of those who went to the court then?
No, I will never go. I believe I am I taught science. I am a student of science. I did my master's in science, so I believe in
Also.
science.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm still looking at. I maybe next week. Two weeks, I will see that how many people go to the hospital.
Precautions is necessary. The doctors will give us mask, vaccinated, and booster. All things is necessary to get.
So when you say necessity, then you become a Democrat actually.
No. Even Avtarji, even Saudi Arabia,
Oh God. Huh?
Avtarji, even Muslims in Pakistan society, even all the Muslim countries, they close their mosques in when Corona happened. So what they even approach the scientific approach to the Corona, except US.
I understand that. But anyway, that's a serious matter. It was, little bit. We will see it. What is happening next 2 months.